Good evening. Thanks for joining us on the news at 8. Today, the 6th day in the month of April 2022. I am Grace Tokazinyeka, Chief First Headlines. Over Abia Gover 2023, no legacy in APSU to qualify Professor Ikunne for endorsement, says Chikwe Udensi. OG Kalu's bill to establish Federal Polytechnic and College of Education gets first and second readings. Over national security, Senate moves to establish Commission on Religious Harmony. We take commercials. We'll be right back with the details and many more. Stay connected. Welcome back. Now the details. Ahead of the 2023 governorship elections in Abia State, a leading aspirant on the platform of All Progressive Grand Alliance APGA, Chikwe Udensi, has faulted the alleged endorsement of former Vice Chancellor of Abia State University, APSU, Professor Eleza Uche Ikunne, via Upalangwa political blog, saying that the former VC did not leave any legacy in APSU to qualify him for an endorsement. Bill for the establishment of a Federal Polytechnic Abriba and the Federal College of Education Arochukwu, both in Abia North of Abia State, have been granted first and second readings respectively by the Nigerian Senate on Wednesday. The educational bill, sponsored by the Chief Whip of the Senate, Senator Orji Uzor Kalu, received the legislative assent of the members of the Red Chambers during Wednesday's plenary, following an unanimous voice vote in favor of both bills. Anambra State Governor Professor Chukwuma Soludo has set up a 50-member Truth, Justice and Peace Committee he promised as part of his administration's effort to return a lasting peace in the state. The list, which is headed by former chairman of the National Human Rights Commission, Professor Chidi Odinakalu, has Mrs. Bianca Ojukwu, the wife of the late Ikemba named Dame Chukwuemeka Odumegu Ojukwu, as secretary. On the terms of reference, Secretary to the Anambra State Government SSG, Professor Solo Chukwulobelu, said that the committee must seek a restorative justice approach for truth-telling or real facts for the healing of the victims of the violence, accounting for responsibility and accountability of actors and conditional mercy for the repentant perpetrators. An Abia House of Assembly aspirant for Arochukwu constituency, Honorable Ifeanyi Elvis Obona, popularly called Ignis, on Tuesday picked his nomination and expression of interest forms at the National Secretariat of All Progressive Grand Alliance APGA in Abuja. The Federal High Court, sitting in Abuja Wednesday, failed to deliver judgment on the defection of Cross River Governor Professor Ben Ayade and his deputy, Professor Ivara Esu, from the People's Democratic Party (PDP) to the ruling All Progressives Congress (APC. The judge gave the order following a suit marked FHC/ABJ/CS/971/2021 filed on August 27, 2021 by the PDP to challenge the 20 lawmakers' defection to APC alongside the governor on May 20, 2021. Governor of Rivers State Nyesom Wike has stated that he has the capacity and energy required to serve and salvage Nigeria as its president come 2023. This was made known by Governor Wike at Gombe State when he visited leaders and faithful of the People's Democratic Party as part of ongoing consultations ahead of the party's presidential primary election. Media aide to the governor, Kelvin Ebiri, said this in a statement issued in Port Harcourt on Tuesday night. The Senate on Wednesday considered a bill to establish the National Religious Harmony Commission. The National Religious Harmony Commission established Bill 2022 was sponsored by Senator Sadiq Suleiman Umar of Kwara North. It scaled second reading during the plenary. 40-year-old notorious queen of a drug cartel, Lami Wigma, has been arrested by operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA) for supplying psychoactive substances to traffickers in Taraba State. The NDLEA spokesman Femi Babafemi, who disclosed this in a statement in Abuja on Wednesday, said that the suspect came under the Anti-Narcotic Agency's searchlight when a number of traffickers arrested in the state in 2021 and early this year fingered her as their supplier. A 67-year-old Nigerian man identified as Oluwatoye Bababoye was reportedly rescued by the operatives of Lagos State Police Command Rapid Response Squad (RRS) from committing suicide on his birthday. According to reports, Mr. Oluwatoye Bababoye was stopped by the RRS from jumping into the lagoon at the 3rd Mainland Bridge on Tuesday, April 5th, 2022. Upon interrogation after he was being rescued, the man stated that he had wanted to carry out the callous act due to some personal challenges he's facing in his life, which seems to be very persistent despite his effort to solve them. While on sports, former Super Eagles midfielder Austin Okocha has predicted that there will be plenty of errors that will be made in the season. He made this known on the backdrop of claims made by the Algeria Football Federation, who requested a replay of the Desert Foxes 2022 World Cup playoff return leg against the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon, citing referees' error in officiating. One of Nigeria's respected referees, Festus Okubele, aged 80, yesterday died in Lagos Hospital after a brief illness. According to his daughter, Sola Tao, the foremost referee breathed his last breath at about 5:50 p.m. yesterday, and he will be missed by his family and relations. And this brings us to the end of the news at 8. But before we go, recap the major headlines. Over Abia Global 2023, no legacy in ABSU to qualify Professor Ikone for an endorsement, says Sir Chikro-Densey. OG Kali's bill to establish Federal Polytechnic and College of Education gets first and second readings. Over national security, Senate moves to establish Commission on Religious Harmony. These and many more different platforms, just log on to www.abntv.com.ng, and you can also follow us on our social media platforms being displayed on your screen. I am Grace Lopez. Have a pleasant night. Rest safe.